All right, folks, this Tuesday was the big day for massive announcements for Bitcoin. And now it appears that this is being overshadowed by the massive announcements that came from Ripple, BlackRock, and Van Eck. Yes, the largest institutions in the world working with Ripple. Let's get right on into it. I appreciate you for stopping by. All of our community resources are available at ZachRector.com. And yes, we will be live tonight for a full market update with Q&A at 10 p.m. Eastern. See you there. Gold futures extend gains to a record $3,825 per ounce, now up 42% in 2025. Even amid one of the strongest bull markets in history, this puts gold up 3 times as much as the S&P 500. As I've been saying, our defensive measures are outperforming the traditional stock market, and their offensive measures, it was by double, but now it's up to 3 times as much the performance in gold as you are seeing in the stock market. And this is why I'm so excited that our most recent partner that we've added as a community resource for the community, I Trust Capital, does actually sell precious metals as well. Very fair $75 gold transaction fee over spot per ounce, and $3.25 silver transaction fee over spot per ounce. Now, of course, I Trust Capital is well known for their crypto products. That's their crypto IRA. And now they have their premium custody account as well. Very excited to have them tapped in as a community resource for us. And I was very actually pleasantly surprised to know that they do offer precious metals as well, the 1-2 punch. And you can get a exclusive $100 funding bonus when you use my promo code RECTOR9. That is linked up down below at the top of the description. Once again, traditional Roth SEP account, or you can do their premium custody account as well. Institutional grade custody, 1% trading fee. I Trust Capital, precious metals, crypto, IRA, premium custody. Love to have them tapped in as a community resource for you guys. Once again, that promo code is RECTOR9, linked up down below in the top of the description. Okay, let's continue, folks. The big announcement from the Bitcoin bros. What was it? Well, Dennis Porter was really hyping this one up, which is part of the reason why I wasn't taking it too serious. Myself and many in the space do not take Dennis Porter serious. One of the biggest Bitcoin bros. And what was the big announcement? Well, they got a Democrat, Ian Calderon, who apparently is very pro-Bitcoin, running for governor of California. Now, we're big fans of pro-crypto Congress, pro-crypto administration, pro-crypto SEC, and we are praying for you guys in California, just like I pray for my friends up north. My brothers and sisters up in Canada, we're praying for you as well. And can somebody send some prayers for us over here in Washington State, where I come from as well, too? I was just visiting Oregon, too. And it's just a race to have the least amount of common sense on the West Coast between California, Oregon, and Washington State. Okay? It's unbelievable. But pro-crypto, it shouldn't be a political issue. That's the point that we've been trying to make. And so I love how effective Ripple and Fairshake, that political action committee, was in the November 2024 election, electing both Democrats and Republicans that were pro-crypto. It's not it's not the only issue that's important to me, obviously, but it's something that I think we should see both sides of the aisle coming together on. And this is what's going to bring about that Clarity Act to finish off this year. Right, the cherry on top to finish off what's going to be a historical 2025 bull run is going to be the Clarity Act, full regulation set. And I'm going to show you here shortly that the XRP Ledger is absolutely ready for that institutional DeFi. They're flipping the switch now. The opportunity is massive. Crypto adoption is about to surge. A new Bank of America survey shows that 75% of investors have zero exposure to crypto. Goodness gracious. I'm not here to give you financial advice, but what are we doing? Okay, when our defensive measures, precious metals, are outperforming the S&P 500 by 3 times, and then our crypto, it's even better, and you still got no exposure? What? Oh, goodness gracious. That investment advisor, that financial advisor, they're going to be ready to get you off of zero once they have a product ready to sell you. But don't wait around for that. Your opportunity to front run the institutions is fading away. U.S. lawmakers are now requesting the SEC implements President Trump's executive order allowing 401ks to buy crypto. This is the massive unlock. Once again, if you got a 401k, IRA, or SEP, we got iTrust Capital linked up down below. Don't wait around for the institutions. Get on board today. iTrust Capital down below. Now, CFTC is moving forward. Carolyn Pham, it's the golden age of America. The United States is charting a new future for crypto regulation. Who is she joined on stage with? Well, that would be Kevin Boone from Miston Labs. That's part of SWE. Congratulations, SWE. Ripple global co-head of policy Rahul Advani. Ripple, of course, in the room, always is. And Katie Mitchell, which is head of APAC policy at Coinbase. Ripple showing up again, and we're not done. Stu Alderati is excited to be back at Financial Markets Quality Conference later this week, and he's going to be looking forward to joining the Innovating Through Cryptocurrency panel and discussing the evolving digital assets landscape. Who is he joined with, though? Hello, BlackRock. Oh, our long-lost friend BlackRock showing up for this one as well. Samra Cohen, Global Head of Market Development at BlackRock. They'll be at Ripple's Swell Conference as well. Chief Legal Compliance and Corporate Affairs Officer at Robinhood, Dan Gallagher. Dave Laval, that's the president, CoinDesk Indices and Data. And then you also have Bo Lee, Deputy Managing Director at the IMF. Welcome to the party. How are we doing? Okay. And I'm telling you guys, this run up to Ripple Swell Conference, November 4th and 5th in New York City, it's going to be unbelievable. The veil will be lifted for all to see. All of these institutions that are showing up at Ripple Swell Conference have some sort of deal, partnership done, integration with XRP and Ripple. It's going to be massive. Rec Shares bringing more exposure to XRP. They brought the first spot XRP ETF live last week, broke records as the largest amount of day one trading volume for any ETF launched in 2025. That's right, an XRP spot ETF. You don't think that Wall Street's taking notice of this? Come on, folks. And the Rex Osprey Doge ETF, come on in. With options trading, investors gain greater flexibility to hedge positions, pursue income potential, and respond quickly to opportunities in the evolving digital asset landscape. These are options that are now available for both of these ETFs, which are going to allow investors to hedge their position with these options while they're accumulating spot XRP, spot Dogecoin through these ETFs. They also can leverage or hedge with the options contracts as well. Now, this would be a good time to mention that I just dropped a new trading lesson for you guys. That's linked up down below. You can access it by purchasing it on Patreon, or if you are part of our Discord community, that is included in your Discord membership. Trading lesson, perpetual swaps versus dated futures just went live on my Patreon yesterday. Get tapped in. Once again, you can buy it on Patreon as just a standalone product, or you can join our Discord community and get access to all of it included. There you go. Now, let's have some fun. Where has Brad been? Brad Garlinghouse. It's kind of been low-key lately, hasn't he? Now, was he just taking some time off, kicking his feet up? Absolutely not. Our man, Brad Garlinghouse, was getting completely locked in. That's right, folks. Brad Garlinghouse tying the knot with his lovely wife, Tara. Tara and Brad Garlinghouse, now the power couple. And boy, I tell you what, the next chapter of life is so much sweeter with you. That's what he captions this post. Look at that smile on Brad Garlinghouse's face, folks. Come on. When you got a big bag of XRP, you married your lovely wife, you tied it up, sealed the deal, you are fully locked in. That is the smile right there. God bless him. God bless him. Let's see. We got a few more pictures here. Brad Garlinghouse, massive fireworks. And this wedding took place at a massive resort in France. Massive resort in France. Look at that. And they had the lead singer from Coldplay in there. Just wanted to plug that in there real quick and give a special congratulations to Tara and Brad Garlinghouse. Love to see it. Now, I do got to say, Brad, that I got you beat when it comes to little ones. Okay, Brad? Okay, Brad has just a few more XRP than me. Just a couple. Okay. But as I announced on Sunday, not only do I have the 2 children, we actually have another one on the way. So we're going to have 3. We got another boy coming due in March. So Brad, get you caught up. Let's run it up, huh, brother? We need some more XRP babies. Now, Brad's 54, so I don't know if they plan on having any more children, or if he has any children. But my challenge to Brad is to catch up with some XRP family babies. Okay, let's go right back into the news, folks. It's big. Brad is back to work. Very excited to share that BlackRock's Build and VanEck's VBuild tokenized fund holders can redeem shares for RUSD on Ethereum 24/7, 365 through Securitize, and soon to come RUSD on the XRP Ledger. So they're opening this up, the ability to convert these tokenized money market funds. BlackRock and VanEck's money market funds can be redeemed for RUSD 24/7, 365. Enterprise grade instant on-chain liquidity at your fingertips. That's real utility. Securitize expands on what this means. Coming down here, they note that Ripple's fully reserved stablecoin backed 1-to-1 by US dollar deposits and short-term treasuries issued under a New York Department of Financial Service Trust charter with 740 million in circulation. RUSD is purpose-built for institutional use and DeFi composability. This is the big thing right here, folks. Being able to convert to RUSD 24/7, 365, instant on-chain and regulated, no off-ramps required. It connects DeFi and centralized finance. That's what this is about. Intraday transferability, simplified treasury management, native composability with DeFi and CeFi. Now, this is also big too. I want you guys to check this out right here. This marks the first integration of RUSD into Securitize's platform. Securitize is also integrating with the XRP Ledger to expand access and bring new utility and assets to the XRP Ledger ecosystem. Now, regulated yield-bearing assets move with stablecoin-like speed and flexibility. This is what we've been missing. As we get more legitimate issuers like Ripple issuing a US dollar stablecoin, and now you're going to have access to BlackRock's tokenized money market fund, VanEck's tokenized money market fund, and you'll have that ability to trade between RUSD and those products all the time, instant on-chain. This is what expands XRP institutional DeFi. And we get the benefit of this because it's all happening on the public, open, permissionless XRP Ledger, tapping into these pools of liquidity that we can access anytime we want. So the same products, right, and issuers that are showing up on the XRP Ledger, the pass-through benefit comes from it being issued on the XRP Ledger and made accessible for us all. This is so massive. And Securitize integrating with the XRP Ledger, people don't understand how massive this is. We've been missing legitimate issuers and legitimate RWAs, real-world assets on-chain, whether it be tokenized money market, stablecoins, real estate, bonds, debt, equity, etc. Private equity, all coming now. It's game on. Now, if you can't tell, folks, I'm very excited this morning because these are massive announcements. BlackRock, VanEck, 24/7, 365 on-chain liquidity through RUSD, soon to be on the XRP Ledger. And please, please, please note, because people will say, oh, they did it on the Ethereum, not XRP Ledger. All of the DeFi liquidity is on Ethereum. How do you bridge that liquidity back over to the XRP Ledger? You got to have RUSD on Ethereum. You got to have RUSD on XRP Ledger. And then Ripple facilitates that interoperability between either one. And so you go to where the liquidity's at, and then you show them a little bit better option over here with the XRP Ledger. That's why they did that. Now, the minimum investment for Build is $5 million and only for qualified purchasers. The name of the game for Ripple is 24/7 liquidity for big players. XRP Ledger integration will be everywhere money moves. So Ripple's focusing on the big players and the institutions, but it's the trickle-down effect on that public open source, deep open public pools of liquidity on the XRP Ledger. We all get to benefit. Now, what we just saw go live yesterday was Axelar with their new yield coin, or new yield opportunity, I should say, which is MXRP. So once again, you have Ripple and BlackRock and VanEck working on the big players. And then you have Axelar, which has connected us with over 60 or 70 different blockchains. And they have issued this MXRP, which is going to be an opportunity for folks to earn yield up to 6 to 10% is what they're talking about right now on this MXRP by tapping into DeFi across all of the blockchains that Axelar is connected with. So in 24 hours, it's become the 10th largest AMM pool, 3 million market cap, 635,000 in liquidity, and 1.4 million in 24-hour volume. The XRP Ledger is perfect for a tokenized economy. Everything works well too. So this is already off and running, off to a major success, and we love to see it. Once again, all of these features and amendments that are being added to the XRP Ledger, Ripple is going to use to treat and service their institutional partners and clients. But these same features and amendments, abilities, are here for retail users as well too. It's all going live, and the yield war is on. Everybody and their brother is coming to service the XRP community. And that's the benefit of holding big bags of XRP, is we get to sit back and let all these service providers come to us. Now, as I wrap up this episode, I just want to be clear. The reason why you don't see me jumping in headfirst into any of these opportunities is because my trading P&L, profit and loss, is outperforming every single yield opportunity, every single hedge fund, every single potential investment opportunity I could invest in. I want to take a step back and say, I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm not trying to, because this is when you get clipped up. And this is when you get wrecked trading, is when you get too ahead of yourself. But with that being said, the reason why you guys see me not jumping in to all of these yield opportunities and, oh, let me get a few percentage points on my XRP here. Let me get 5% here. MXRP 10%. Whoa, this is great. I'm sorry. My trading is far outperforming any of these yield opportunities, any hedge fund, any deal that I could potentially invest in, anybody that could manage money for me. I'm just outperforming in the XRP meme coins, picking up Zebek 427%. Stronghold, one play after another. The most recent XRP long that I took profit on before the big liquidation event came that we warned about. We were one of the, can anybody tell me, did anybody else warn about the buy the rumor, sell the news on the Fed interest rate decision? Because I didn't see anybody else warn about it. I saw a bunch of people putting out clickbait. Did anybody warn about buy the rumor, sell the news on the Fed interest rate decision? Do you hear anybody else warning about buy the rumor, sell the news on the ETFs next month? I am. Been warning about both of them. We're going to trade both of them, make a lot of money on both of them. But even my most recent XRP long that we took profit on before the biggest liquidation event of 2025, that trade was well over 15% profit. So that's why I say I'm not really too excited to jump into any of these yield opportunities. 3%, 5%, 10% is so far behind our P&L on my trading. So as long as I can actively trade my portfolio and self-direct my investments, I'll watch and observe, and maybe down the road when I don't have the time to trade, maybe I would consider taking up some of these opportunities. But as long as I can be in the game, we are far outperforming. So get tapped in with us. And once again, like I said, the most recent trading lesson just dropped for the Discord community. Or if you just want to try it out and go take advantage of it, it's available on Patreon right now. ZachRector.com for all of the rest of our community resources. Stay tapped in with us and come on back tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern for a full breakdown with an opportunity for you to get some questions in as well too. God bless you all. Thank you so much. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.